Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thor News Save Thor News fundraiser of June 2019, where monthly I do a fundraiser to save me and my channel. And so if you'd like to send a contribution or care package or prayers or love, you can do it to 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. And if you would send some in, I would super appreciate it because it looks like I'm going to need a miracle by the end of the week. All right, let's get to it. If you're looking for good news, unfortunately, this is not the place to be because I give it to you straight. And the models are shifting Invest 91L to the east. It looks like it is probably going to hit Mexico and then pop back out into the Gulf, or it will have a chance to re-intensify. This is the King Euro model, and the King Euro model is showing it at speeds of up to 71 miles per hour on wind gusts. And so we will watch for future possible development. It would appear that no matter what happens, Texas is going to get a hell of a lot of rain, and then that system is going to continue to move east and north, bringing a whole lot of rain to a whole lot of people. Now, we're also monitoring the California snowpack, which is at 202% of this time last year, and they're about to get some heat waves, which is really, really, really bad news for their dam conditions because the Trinity Lake is at 98%, Shasta's at 98%, Oroville's at 98%, and Folsom Lake has now ticked up from 96 to 97%. So there's not a lot of room to work with there. This looks like an absolute disaster waiting to happen. And it is virtually getting no press, which is another good reason to support me and my channel because I try to cover the important stories that will impact people that the media lets fall through the cracks. All right, now we're checking out our river flooding levels. Or we're trying. And then it said 0. That can't be correct. So we have had dams and levees breaking all across the nation. All right, so I guess it's not working today. Or if it is, it's just working real slow. That's fine. It's a Monday, and the energies have been weird, wild, and wacky. I don't know if you've noticed. So yeah, 268, so we've dropped below 300, which may sound great, but it's not because a lot of the rain has trickled down, creating disastrous situations for the Arkansas and the Mississippi rivers and the communities surrounding them. We will continue to monitor, but it is a really bad situation. And the really bad news is you got a whole lot more rain coming in over the next 7 days. We're talking over 5 inches for a large swath of the Midwest and areas near there. They have been getting utterly waylaid and devastated since the big blizzard thing in March. And it's just been wave after wave after wave after wave since then. So Invest 91, like I said, NOAA's putting a 60% chance of development, and the thing looks nasty. We're looking at our projections over the next 48 hours. As you can see, the red signifies that that area has a chance at severe weather, meaning tornadoes. And so West Texas and parts of New Mexico, over the next 48 hours, you guys are going to be under the gun for some unstable atmosphere above and around you. And the green, of course, means rain. And we're taking a look at the Invest 91L model track guidance. I actually predicted this a couple months ago. So it looks like my hurricane season is starting off with a bang. I do a good job. I do a great job, actually. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's going to move west, hit the coast, and then move up and combine with a front that will then help drop more rain all across the Midwest and Texas. Here we're looking at the low pressure system moving slowly, attempting to develop. As you can see, though, some models take it heading out to the east, the southeast, and some have it going straight up into the very worst areas we could hope for or imagine or want. So everybody needs to be looking out. And in an alternate dimension, Americans are rallying together to help the people in the Midwest. I bet in that alternate dimension, I have an amazing girlfriend as well. Okay, but yeah, so here's what we're watching down here. And look at that. That is a preview of what could happen. I don't know if you saw that right there. So if it has any chance of tropical development and rapid intensification, you know, the odds of it becoming a hurricane are pretty low, but it's not impossible with the super hot temperatures in the Gulf. Let's get back over here to the temperature. Yeah, I mean, anything over 80 degrees can help hurricane development. So, you know, we got like 84 down here, 82. And so it is hot. And remember, we've had a bunch of volcanic activity in Mexico and Guatemala, which I'm sure is making the Gulf of Mexico extra hot as well. These are crazy days. Oh, you failed on me, huh? This was supposed to be, I guess this image isn't working. Thanks, buddy. Got about 33,000 lightning strikes happening right now, with a lot of activity and intensity happening off the coast, but you can see a little bit happening in the Gulf. And now here's the big thing that has me concerned, because the pink is 3 inches possible. It's either per hour or per 6 hours, I forget. But no matter what, when it shows pink, that means there's a big chance for some heavy, heavy rain. So it appears, no matter what, this system will have a hurricane amount of moisture with it. I actually think the models are undercutting the possibility of how much rain this thing can drop just off the precipitable water models that we were watching here. But you can already see that it's attempting to spin already. So, I mean, we're definitely going to keep our eyes out and watching that thing, because that thing is nastola. And then, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, if you were in the hurricane or tornado zones, I would watch, because I don't know if you've noticed, it's been extremely tornado-y. This is the GFS model. It is putting whatever the system is somewhere near Louisiana and Texas. The FV3 is doing this, bringing it more to the east, although it's not making anything out of it. The CMC is the one that seems to be putting some type of serious system over around near Houston, Surfside, Galveston. And then let me go over here. Oh, another thing. I just went back and looked, and 5 days before last year's Jupiter opposition, we had our big earthquake in Hawaii. So let's watch out around the 5th, the 4th, and the 6th for any type of big earthquake activity. We got a 5.2 earthquake in New Zealand today. And here's a look at what has happened to the Arkansas River. So, like, look at that. That is what we're dealing with. And that the rivers have expanded so much, it's hard to think that they're going to go back to their old ways. I have a feeling the rivers are going to continue to expand, and so we should be adapting with them. This has devastated a lot of our crops. This is Arkansas, so it's bad news all around. One of our Asteroid Fight Club All-Stars, Mike T. in Kansas, sent us a photo of this racetrack. I think this is a couple miles from his house. And so, yeah, that's bad news. And, you know, one thing that definitely the media doesn't talk about is all the insurance, the weather insurance that, of all the craziness that has happened since 2017, they're going to have to print a whole lot more money to back up all this weather insurance for all the things that have been destroyed and logged out. A tropical disturbance, which could organize into the tropical cyclone given a favorable environment conditions, will slowly drift northward over the next few days. This system will bring heavy rain to northeastern Mexico and southeastern Texas. And so yeah, it looks like no matter what, those areas are going to get a lot of rain. The extreme heat continues into parts of the prairies today up into Canada because the heat systems are just really weird. It does look like magma underneath affecting things. Happy Wonder Woman Day. Apparently it's Wonder Woman Day. Who doesn't love Wonder Woman? Incredible flooding along the Midwest rivers already, and now there's a potential tropical storm in the Gulf, which will dump a lot more rain. Records are falling everywhere. And we've been having a bunch of levees failing, dams failing in like 7 different states. Hail. Whoa, what the heck? All right. Skipped forward for me, thanks. All right, so the wonderful Brooks Garner, a rare gem to consider. It's our gem. Even though it has a faulty bias, to spin up every wave into a cyclone is to consider the worst case scenario for preps. As we are reminded, the tropics often surprise. If banding rain set up, flood east of center. So this is Wednesday morning, although most models don't have it coming in until Thursday, but it is definitely one we're going to be watching like a hawk. This is, if you are following the LA QuakeBot, you might see your Twitter feed filling up with all these earthquakes. It's kind of the whole point. There has been a Los Angeles earthquake storm. Though the earthquakes aren't big, I think they're in the 1 to 3 range, there are a whole lot of them. We're all tracking the topics as a team. Also check out crankywxguy blog. He's great and super smart. I'll leave him a link for you in my information box. As you can see, rain is expected this week pretty much for everyone. Forecasters will watch the upper Colorado and upper Brazos closely for possible new flooding. Once the threat moves east, forecast rainfall could generate more flooding for the rivers already in flood. And so Texas, yeah, we're definitely going to have to watch out. We have a river situation happening in East Texas, and the yellow areas you see here, day 1, day 2, day 3, they could spin up into tornadic activity or just severe weather. This is hail in New Mexico. That's New Mexico. That's not snow. That's hail. That's how crazy things are. Now, we'll let this thing run, and I will let you guys get back to having fun. But I think UK, England, Europe, you guys are about to start getting your wave after wave pattern. And almost even looks like double hurricanes there. You see that? And then they're kind of rotating around England. But if you watch the low pressure zone kind of hooks up with that front that moves over. And so it is going to be a floody end of the week. Probably around Thursday. So we got a couple days to track it, a couple days to prepare, but pretty sure it's going to be a pretty nasty hurricane season. I'm convinced we're going to get hit by 2 or more hurricanes this year. Pretty sure about September 13th and October 15th. But we're going to have to watch for any other hurricanes outside of those dates. And if it starts early, that means it's going to be a nasty hurricane season. Okay, but we're going to watch what I'm talking about on the low now as it kicks back up. Watch how the low kind of moves up and then meets that front right there. Look at all that rain and then moves east. All right, so maybe now's a great time for all of us to work together because we are all Americans, man. And for the people who are like, well, California deserves this, usually comes from the conservative side. Remind you, there are 18 million Republicans who voted for your president in this state. So to stereotype an entire state as bad is ignorant, in my opinion. Okay, but what is our, I don't know. People were in a really bad mood yesterday. So hopefully you guys are feeling better today because it was Dark Moon Lilith yesterday. God damn that woman. Gosh dang. Sorry I said the GD. I apologize. Okay, so if you would like to support me, I would appreciate it and I need it. And it's nice to have a counter narrative to the two narratives that the media offers you. Anyway, you got to snail mail it to me, and I love you, and you guys stay cool, and I will talk to y'all in the very near future. Peace out. God bless everyone.